Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and assalamu alaikum. Today is July 27th, 2025, and this is Money Mindsets by Wealth Building Series, video number 2. Today, I want to ask, what's your story? Sometimes we really can't articulate our beliefs. I remember as a teenager, I was feeling all emotional, but I didn't have words for those emotions. So, what stories do you tell yourself? That's an easy way to know what you believe. So, the stories you tell yourself aren't necessarily true. Most times they're not. But they're based on the information you have at the time. And as you get new information, you have to change your story. So I'll give you an example. I thought that my grandmother and my mother were very independent women. I thought they did everything by themselves because I didn't understand how their finances were working. So my grandmother was living above her means. She had a big house, she had 9 kids, she was working, and to me, she could afford her lifestyle. But I didn't understand what she went through that put her in that position. I didn't see my grandfather. I knew he died and there was a fire at her house. So I knew some things that happened. But I thought to myself, my grandmother must be a manager because she worked every day. She took care of people. She must manage at her job. I found out later as an adult that she was a cleaning lady for a building in the government. I was like, what? So if she's a cleaning lady, how does she afford all of that? I didn't understand that my grandfather had passed away as a military veteran, so she got his military veteran benefits and his Social Security. I would have never known that. So she wasn't independent. My grandfather had put her in position after he died. As a 10-year-old child, that would not have made sense to me. Same thing with my mother. My mother had relationships and they were splitting the bills. So she was not an independent woman. So I grew up believing that I was supposed to be a part of a generation of independent women when actually I wasn't supposed to be. And I struggle today because I have to change my story. Now, I'll give you another example. I've had trauma in my life and I could choose to play victim. But that doesn't sound right to me because you cannot be a victim and a leader at the same time. So I choose to be a leader. And the things that happened to me happen, but I don't want to allow them to be part of my story because my story has to be about leadership. And so things that don't align with my story, I discard. Because that's the story I want to tell myself. So what you believe is aligned in your story. So in the next video, we'll talk about what do you believe about money. Assalamu alaikum and thank you for joining me. I just finished my yoga class in Beaufort, Georgia. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.